Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about craniopharyngioma. So craniopharyngioma, if you see, this is actually a benign cystic lesion which is seen in children, and it is seen in children where you see this lesion which is craniopharyngioma. The second peak of craniopharyngioma is seen at the age of 50 years. So this craniopharyngioma actually occurs, it is derived from Rathke's pouch, and this arises from the pituitary sac. It is derived from the Rathke's pouch, and it is arises near the pituitary sac, and this, because it arises from the pituitary sac, it will also extend to the suprastellar cister. It will arise from the pituitary sac and it will extend into the suprasellar cister. It is a large cystic and locally invasive tumor. It is seen in more than 50% of the patients who are less than 20 years of age. Here you will see presence of increased intracranial tension is seen, where you will see the patient suffers from headache, vomitings, papilledema, and also hydrocephalus. Then if you see here, you will also see the presence of visual field abnormalities are seen, and even the cranial nerve damage is also seen here. And because of the cranial nerve damages, the patient suffers from personality changes, cognitive deterioration, and weight gain or sleep disturbances are also seen in patients suffering from craniopharyngioma. The most common clinical features are, you will see presence of hypopituitarism is seen, that is decreased pituitary hormones are seen in 90% of individuals. You will see that there is growth retardation is seen in almost 50% of patients, and in diabetes insipidus you will see in 10% of cases. So these are the main clinical features that you see in craniopharyngioma. Then if we see the investigation of choice for diagnosis is mainly MRI. Actually MRI is better than CT for the diagnosis of craniopharyngioma. So if you see, the use of CT is mainly to detect if there are any calcifications, and this will also help us to identify the extent of invasion also. Then if you see the treatment, we have to do transpenoidal surgical resection can be done. This transpenoidal surgical resection is done, which is followed by radiotherapy. And in these patients, surgery alone is curative in almost less than 50% of patients. In almost less than 50% of patients, surgery alone is curative in these patients, because here there is increased chances of recurrence can be seen in these patients. So this is about the craniopharyngioma. Now if you see the cause of recurrence, I said there is increased chances of recurrence are seen, because the cause of recurrence is because this tumor will attach to the vital structures. Because it attaches to the vital structures, and it also deposits in the brain parenchyma or in the hypothalamus, so there is increased chances of recurrence. So you will have to do radiotherapy. If you do not do radiotherapy, then almost without radiotherapy, almost 75% of these craniopharyngiomas will recur. And we will have to also take the patient to go through lifelong pituitary hormone replacement is also necessary for the patient suffering from craniopharyngioma. And always the first hormone which is replaced is cortisol or hydrocortisone. So this is about craniopharyngioma. Thank you for watching.